Smoked meatloaf. That's good. Now, if you didn't see our video on the smoked loin, where I mentioned old buddy David Gallup and the triplet boys, Mark, Bruce, and Clay, we're going to introduce them on the end of this recipe. So please stay tuned to the end to see them. When they were young, they used to help us do ads for our hunting videos. So here we go. Venison, ground up venison, and we're going to smoke it. And we're going to make a meatloaf out of it. So our ingredients is, of course, you get your 2 eggs. Help stick that together. And we're going to use oatmeal instead of bread. So we put about a 23/4 in a cup full of that. And we want to put a McCormick seasoning salt. A little bit of that on there. And a Lawry's seasoning salt. Put some of that. And we're going to have some celery flakes in there. That. And what's Worcestershire? We use so much, we bite out of our Worcestershire sauce. But you got to have that in there. That's makes it. Then we're gonna have our bell peppers and our onions fresh out the garden. So they're nice and sweet. Put them in there. And then this is what's really gonna add to it. Is your cranberry sauce that you got left over from the holidays. Put about 2 teaspoons in there. And that's really going to put a little sweet to it. So then we're going to mix it all up. Now we got it mixed up pretty good. That'll turn out to be a good bit. So what I'm going to do, since my smoker is really not that big, and when you're smoking venison, I like to smoke it. It's going to be for about 2 hours, and it needs to be about as thick as what a loin would be. So I'm going to make 2 of these out of this. So to make sure they get good and done. So I got some wax paper here, so I got to carry it outside, and maybe it won't stick to it. Okay, probably about 2 inches thick, I would think. That'd be the size of a good loin. Like I say, we want to make sure it gets cooked. We're going to leave it on there for about 2 hours or so. Okay, then we want to top it off with a little bit of Lawry seasoning salt. Put a little bit on there. And then with our McCormick seasoning steak sauce. Okay, we got our charcoal going. Now what we're going to do with our water pan here, we're going to take some of this bad beer, and we're going to go ahead and put some of that on there, in there. Wait for our charcoal to get ready. Now we don't want to fill this all the way up because we're going to have to stick it down there. So we're going to have to use, so it won't fall apart, we're going to have to use this wax paper to put on here so it won't stick. Put it on there just like that. And we go ahead and tear it off. And then we want to go ahead and punch a couple holes in there so that juice can run out down it and get in the water pan. Charcoal's about ready. We will stick our water on there. Go ahead and add the rest of our water. and beer. Some walnuts we picked up in the yard. We let them soak in water for about an hour or so. Okay, here's a we're gonna put that on the top grill so it get good and smoky. A little over 3 hours. Yeah, that's nice and firm. Take it off. Taking it in the house and it's done. Let's give it a try. Maybe I should have been a cook or a chef. That's some kind of good. Well, hope you all enjoyed this. Please let us know if you got any comments. Until next time, we'll see you when Billy Bob's Gonna Cooking.
I'm Clay. I'm glad it wasn't me that missed.
Well, I didn't.
It wasn't me. If you like this one, you should really enjoy these other videos that Uncle Bill and Bobby have made. Pieces of April Volume 1. 17 gobblers, 12 successful hunts with non-stop exciting action. This is what began the whole idea for the Pieces of April series.
I'm Bruce, Pieces of April, Volume 2. 2 longbeards with 1 shot at 8 yards. A real trophy at an inch and 9/16 spurs. 5th in the U.S. 8 separate hunts, 11 mature toms. Exciting hunts of a lifetime.
Well, I'm Mark.
Pieces of April, Volume 3. 24 different hunts with 41 gobblers. 12 bow hunts and 12 gun hunts. They left in all the misses because that's what really happened. For sure to keep you on the edge.
Blackwater buck fever. 15 deer taken with a bow. All filmed over the shoulder while hunting thick swamps. Also see deer react to rattling, grunts, and scents.
Don't forget to watch Bow Blazing Whitetails Volume 1 with 11 deer taken and non-stop action. And Bow Blazing Whitetails 2, where us 3 take our first deer with a bow. Mine's a nice 8-pointer and 11 other deer taken. Oh yeah, I just happen to have mine right here. Hey, don't forget about the great spot-tail bass fishing in there. And turkey hunting video from Jake's the Gobblers with 6 kids taking 8 big gobblers. That was 17 birds taken in total. And memories of a lifetime with 28 different gobblers and 13 birds taken. And oh yeah, I just happen to have mine right here too. Hey, what about mine? Got you.
Moss elk camouflage came out several years ago. Bobby and I feel like we've gotten closer to deer and turkey without being detected.
With several patterns and no UV brighteners, it has to be the best camouflage in the country for any place or time.
We feel the only way that you could be more concealed is to stay home and watch our videos.